All right, here we go.
Here you go.
When she's a titled stable, do all you can to set her. When she drops a dear old transom, time to pack your gear and leave her. Oh, oh, the wind and snow, flying over Jericho. When the stormy winds do blow, swing her off and let her go. Here's to her lodging knees and her bobstays, if you please. Here's to her trestle trays, may they never leave her. Oh, roll the wind and snow, flying over Jericho. When the stormy winds do blow, swing her off and let her go. When the fog is on the pumpkin and you hear those bells a-talking, remember Mama's warning, keep her off the rock piles stalking. Oh, through the wind and snow, flying over Jericho. When the stormy winds do blow, swing her off and let her go. And here's to the dear old lady, here's to her paint and putty, here's to her chain plates, darling, may they keep her all together. Oh, roll the wind and snow, flying over Jericho. When the stormy winds do blow, swing her off and let her go. Keep her full and keep her going, never jibe her when it's blowing. There's no way of knowing when she's gone to tarry, darling. Oh, roll the wind and snow, flying over Jericho. When the stormy winds do blow, swing her off and let her go. And don't you go down to the city, all the women all be pretty. They'll take all your money, darling, oh, they'll reap your mainsails. Oh, roll the wind and snow, flying over Jericho. When the stormy winds do blow, swing her off and let her go. Here's to her garboard straight and the water that she makes, and to the pump we takes just to show her that we love her. Oh, roll the wind and snow, flying over Jericho. When the stormy winds do blow, swing her off and let her go. And right now I'm just making a nail. Nothing too fancy. It's exactly the same setup. But I wanted to make a forge that would have been period for the Civil War. So I made this, loses its heat, and it's time to put it back in the fire, that it just about stops. And I can pop it back in, keep my metal hot, keep my fire good.
Who made the bellows?
I made everything.
You did?
I made this entire forge here from scratch. I did.
That is
I was
awesome.
previously using that forge over there. Right. Still here.
Selling. How hot does that fire get?
You know, I have no idea. People ask me that all the time. My wife keeps telling me I need to look it up so I can answer that question. Hot enough to melt metal.
Yeah.
You know how hot it gets?
Yeah, you're in around 28, 2900.
Get a
You're
report
at
for you.
the
Okay.
temperature, you're up
A couple of thousand degrees.
to, yeah, 27, 45 degrees.
Okay, thank you.
Whether it's 45 degrees.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
You guys want to sing a sea shanty with me? Would you do that? Will you guys sing another with me? Would you guys sing a sea shanty with me? Okay, here we go. Now, who was here that sang one earlier? You guys sang one already, right? What did I do? Did I do Boney?
Yep.
Okay. Let's do South Australia. You guys know South Australia? Okay.
Not part of the Navy,
Now,
sir.
hope you'll pardon me. I have some of these memorized and some of them I don't. South Australia, I don't have memorized, so I'm gonna use my cheat book. Are y'all cool with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, there's a chorus line and there's a verse. how this works is I sing the verse and you sing the chorus with me. If you don't sing it loud enough, I'm going to become very offended. And I have hot items back here. You don't want to make me mad, right? So you're going to sing the chorus with me, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So it goes like this. Heave away, haul away. Hey, where are you going, sir?
Another beer. I can't sing without alcohol.
Okay. All right. So everybody sing it with me. Heave away, haul away. Good. That's the first part. The second part that you sing is bound for South Australia. Okay, we'll do it together. We're bound for South Australia. Sing it louder.
Say it again. I couldn't.
We're bound for South Australia. So we'll sing the first part. Come a little closer, ladies. Heave away, haul away. You ready? Heave away, haul away. And then, where are you going? Okay, good. We're bound for South Australia. Okay, I'm going to start. I'm going to sing the verse. And when I do like this, you sing the chorus with me. Are you all ready? South Australia, I was born. Heave away, haul away. In South Australia, around Cape Horn, we're bound for South Australia. Haul away, you rolling kings. Heave away, haul away. Haul away, you'll hear me sing. We're bound for South Australia. As I walked out one morning fair, heave away, haul away. There I met Miss Nancy Blair. We're bound for South Australia. I shook her up, I shook her down. Heave away, haul away. I shook her around and round the town. We're bound for South Australia. I run all night, I'd run all day. Heave away, haul away. I'd run her till we sailed away. We're bound for South Australia. Ain't one thing but grieves me mind. Heave away, haul away. Leave Miss Nancy Blair behind. We're bound for South Australia. We wallop out around Cape Horn. Heave away, haul away. There you got your best real born. We're bound for South Australia. Last one. I want you guys to sing it loud, okay? South Australia, my native land. Heave away, all the way. Full of rocks and thieves and fleas and sand. We're
Bound for South Australia.
I wish I was in Australia strong.
Heave away,
All the way. Bottle of whiskey in me, and we're bound for South Australia. You guys did good, man. Thank you. All right, you guys did good. Are you done with that nail, sir? Beats the hell out of me.
I will hide with you.
Ow! Ow! Ow!
Okay, now, I only do this if you promise that you'll sing the chorus line with me. You promise?
Sure. Absolutely.
Okay, so we're going to do an easy one. It's called Boney Was a Warrior, okay? So this is about Napoleon. Napoleon Bonaparte. They called him Boney, right? Boney was a warrior. It's got two simple callbacks that you give to me. The first one is, away, hey, y'all. Are you ready? Try it with me. Away, hey, y'all. The second one is John Francois. John Francois. Okay, so I'll sing a verse, and then together we'll call back to me with the chorus. So you got to pretend like in your mind that you're pulling a line, right? Because the Navy guys don't pull rope, they pull line. So imagine we're hoisting a sail, right? And this is to keep us all in rhythm, right? And so I'm going to sing a verse, and you're going to sing back the chorus to me, and that keeps us all pulling at the same time. You ready? Okay, here we go. And I'm going to sing, and then you're going to call back. What's the first part? Away, hey, y'all. The second part was John Francois. Boney was a warrior, away, hey, y'all. A warrior and a terrier, John Francois. Boney fought the Russians away, hey, y'all. The Russians and the Prussians, John Francois. Moscow was a blazing away, hey, y'all. And Boney was a raging John Francois. Boney went to Elba away, hey, y'all. He came back again, John Francois. Boney went to Waterloo, hey, y'all. There he got his overthrow, John Francois. Then they took him off again away, hey, y'all. Aboard the Billy Ruffian, John Francois. And he went to St. Helena away, hey, y'all. And there he was a prisoner away, hey, y'all. Brony broke his heart and died away, hey, y'all. Away in St. Helena, John Francois. Good job. You guys did good, man. You guys sang louder than the big group I had here earlier. Awesome, man. Well, the work was hard and the wages low. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. I guess it's time for us to go. And it's time for us to leave her. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. Oh, leave her, Johnny, leave her. For the voyage is long and the winds don't blow. And it's time for us to leave her. I thought I heard the old man say, leave her, Johnny, leave her, or tomorrow you will get your pay. And it's time for us to leave her. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. Oh, leave her, Johnny, leave her. For the voyage is long and the winds don't blow. And it's time for us to leave her. Well, the mate was a bucko and the old man a turd. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. And the boatswain was a beggar with the middle name of Word. And it's time for us to leave her. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. Oh, leave her, Johnny, leave her. For the voyage was long and the winds don't blow. And it's time for us to leave her. How you doing, folks? We're naval blacksmiths. And we're actually living historians portraying blacksmiths in the mid-1800s. Well, I told you all this before? Okay. Mid-1800s all the way up to the early 1900s. And this particular forge is a copy of the forge you see on this picture here. What is this TV you speak of?
Yes, sir.
Thank y'all very much for singing with me. Do you guys want to sing one more song, or do you? No, you good? Okay, I don't blame you. All right.
Where are you from?
We're out of Fredericksburg.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah. Yep.
What got you interested in specifically naval blacksmithing?
Well, it's an interesting story. So I've actually been a blacksmith since 1830, and that's not a joke. That's real. I was really a blacksmith in 1830. Let me explain why. So I'm 40, mid-40s. Okay. So the time period we portray is Civil War, right? So when I was a kid, when I was 12, if it was the 1860s, what year was it? 1830s, right? So when I was 12 years old, I actually apprenticed to a guy who did Mountain Man Rendezvous, which were reenactments where we went up into the Rocky Mountains and period 1830s attire. And he had a forge, and I would apprentice to him and learn what we were doing. And we'd shoot black powder rifles, hang out with Indians all day, and sleep in teepees, and just get in general trouble. So the interesting thing is that I learned to blacksmith in the 1830s by a mountain man. And then when I was 18, I joined the Navy, and I was in the Navy for about 9 years. And then it was about 4 more years after that before I decided I really wanted to go back to my roots and getting back into blacksmithing. And so I thought to myself, if I was going to do blacksmithing, why can't I combine my two favorite things? My love of the Navy and blacksmithing itself. So I started looking into it, and that's where I found that there were actually naval blacksmiths in the Civil War. So why not portray a naval blacksmith? And honestly, I've never seen a blacksmith that was a naval blacksmith, and I thought it would be kind of interesting and people would enjoy it.
Yeah, sure.
So that's the story. So we formed this unit called Capt Volunteers. We're out of Fredericksburg, and the unit itself is really founded on Captain Lewis, who was a Confederate naval guy. He started out as a Union naval guy working in the Navy Yard, and he's part of the group that captured the St. Nicholas and brought it back to Fredericksburg during the Civil War. It was kind of an interesting thing because it was one of the first naval actions where they actually captured an opposing vessel. But we do both Union and Confederate naval impressions. Right now I'm dressed as a Union sailor, as you can see on this picture here. These are Union sailors on the deck of a Monitor class ship. And some of those fellows are wearing their traditional Navy jumpers that you see the guys even wearing today. And some of the guys are down in their underwear, like you see here. So I apologize, ladies, I'm in my underwear. I hope you're not too offended. But it's really hot. These guys are hot too, so they're in their underwear. My friend here is wearing a Confederate uniform. Do you want to tell us about your uniform, Rob?
This is more of a transitional uniform. The Confederacy adopted regulations by 1862 that called for gray or steel gray uniforms for the officers and a gray uniform for the enlisted sailors. So many of the sailors in the Confederate Navy, they didn't like the idea of going to a gray uniform. And as Remy pointed out earlier, the sailors on board the Alabama, you probably heard of the Alabama and the Kearsarge battle over off the coast of France. A lot of the enlisted sailors chose to keep their blue frocks rather than adopt the regulation gray. So you had different squadrons throughout the Confederacy, and some of them adopted the uniform, some of them did not, but mine is a transition uniform going from 61, 62, picking up the regulation.
You guys want to see him make a nail? All right, so I'll make a short nail. I'm going to do it in 2 heats. You think I can do it 2 heats? So heats when you put it in the forge and you pull it out. And the neat thing is this forge is pretty hot. Look, it melted this little hunk of metal that we had in there. Knock some of the slag out, get it ready. Now this forge here is a forge that we just recently made. And this forge is a copy of the forge you see on the picture there. It uses a grand bellows, and it's designed for a person, a single individual if necessary, to operate and bring up to heat for forging. Now you notice it came up to heat really quick, right? It was really almost dead. I mean, there was some embers going in there, and I started pumping it up here, and now we're really, really burning hot. And I got my metal hot. So I'm going to make you guys a nail in 2 heats. That means I'm going to put it in the fire once to form the shape of the nail. I'm going to cut the head and bend it. I'm going to pop it back in the fire, heat the head, and I'm going to put it in my nail header here, which is a tool I made out of railroad spike, and then form the head. So, you guys think I can do it? Let's see. It's hard to do. A really good blacksmith can make a nail in 1 heat, and I've done it 1 time. Here we go. Alright, let's see if I got it long enough. And it's long enough for a short nail. I'm going to cut the head. Not all the way through. Bend it over. Pop it back in the fire to heat the head. Using bituminous coal here. You can see some in the bucket here and right here in the pan. And my head is hot. Pop it into the nail header, break it off. Form the head. I'm going to scoop. I'm not going to dip, I'm going to scoop. What I'm doing is capturing water in the bowl of my nail header. And if I do it right, it just pops right out, no problem. Little short nail there, 2 heat nail. I can make longer ones with a little bit more, with about two or three more heats. I can make a longer one like that. Some of the other items I've made today, you feel free to pick them up and pass them around. Just put them back when you're done, please. A couple of, now you might call this a wine bottle opener. I'm gonna say that this is a rum bottle opener.
Yeah.
Okay, pass it around. Everybody take a look at it.